Today we will find out whether Portsmouth will be relegated to League One or whether we will stay up in the Championship. It's been a fun couple of months for us in this career mode, but it's going to come down to more than likely the final day. But we do have a little bit of a cushion, 4 points above Cardiff City in the relegation zone right now. And while we're only 4 points off of Cardiff in 22nd place, we're also only 4 points off of Bristol City in 14th. So it's anyone's guess where we are going to end up after these next 6 games. As of late, we've been carried by the performances of Josh Murphy and Colby Bishop, 2 of our best players, 2 of our highest rated players, so it's no surprise that they are carrying us into the later part of the season. And at the end of the episode, we're going to have some important decisions to make regarding the futures of Kusini Yengi, Andre Dazel, and Zach Swanson as well. Their contracts are all up at the end of the season, and we have to decide whether or not we think these players are championship caliber. But that's only, of course, if we actually stay up in the championship. We will finish off this season in this episode today with games against Coventry, Derby, Norwich, Watford, Sheffield Wednesday, and Hull City to round off season number 1. We will simulate the games against Norwich and Watford since they are currently sitting 6th and 7th in the table, and we will play the games against Sheffield Wednesday, Hull City in 15th, and then of course Derby and Coventry in 19th and 21st. Those 2 games will be extremely important for us. And we've got Coventry and Derby as our next 2 games. And so we will get today's gameplay started with the matchup against Coventry City at the Coventry Building Society Arena. Colby Bishop is going to be the player to watch for today's game. 3 goals in the last 3 games for him. Coventry with a good pass already 4 minutes in. And we are down. Asante with the goal. It's never nice going down by 1 within 5 minutes, but we're just going to have to battle back. Mason Clark is rapid, able to keep that ball in. We cannot go down by 2 this early on. We just need to get this away. Fake shot and another fake shot. And we will get it out. Ogilvy down the wing. Just going to go ahead and send it in. Bishop is not going to be anywhere near that, but it will be a corner for us. And we will take it slightly short to Matt Ritchie. Not really doing much with it just yet. Callum Lang cannot find form lately for us. Murphy. That's a good ball to Ritchie. Ritchie didn't have an angle to shoot. We'll get it back to Murphy. And Callum Lang again going to go for the shot. A nasty deflection. And they will clear it away. Oh, what a ball. And what a passage of play from the boys. Colby Bishop able to lay that one off to Murphy. Can't get around his defender though. And we'll just pass it back to him. Bishop gonna look out here for Ritchie. Ritchie is certainly not fast enough for that ball. And with 1 minute of added time, this will be the last action of the first half. We've been able to do nothing, essentially. And they've got just the 1 goal, so we're not in a terrible spot, but we need a lot to get a win in this game. Ogilvy inside to Bishop. Bishop maybe could have had Murphy there. We're going to get it out to Ritchie. Back inside to Lang to Bishop. We're going to go for the shot. Not a good effort. A good ball into Asante. Asante with the shot and Schmid with the save. That easily could have been a second for Coventry here. Just 7 minutes into the second half. Luckily for us, it is still 1-0. But hopefully it stays that way. We'll see here. Dangerous corner. Sakamoto on it. We get a challenge in. We get another challenge in. A dangerous one, to say the least. And we can't get it away either. Oh, and we get caught yet again. A bad challenge this time. That is certainly going to be a yellow. Asante with another shot. And it goes wide. Let's see if the referee gives a yellow. It doesn't look like he did. We desperately need a sub to come on, but we just can't get the ball to go out of play. We got to get Matt Ritchie off. He is dead tired and is not helping us out really at all. And Colby Bishop is close to coming off as well. And we will go ahead and make a triple sub here. Bishop going to come off for Kusini Yengi. Hopefully Kusini Yengi can give us a goal. We at least need a point from this game. Good tackle by Pack in midfield. Devlin, I need you to push forward. We're just not getting anything from our wingers. Lang is kind of just having to do it all himself in midfield. And is just going to keep carrying the ball forward. We're going to look back for Murphy here. That's going to fall to Kusini Yengi. We'll just take a shot. Devlin, shoot! You had the opportunity. Murphy to Yangi. Yangi back to Murphy. Murphy can't get in front of the clearance. Callum Lang just going to try to take it outside. Look for a cross into Christina Yangi in 2 minutes of added time. We have a corner. I doubt anything is going to happen from this, but we'll see. It's cleared away momentarily. And it's going to be fully cleared away now. We've got a last-ditch effort here, and that is going to do it. Referee will blow the whistle. 1-0 win for Coventry. 3 massive points for them, and 3 massive points dropped for us. And that moves Coventry above us in the table. They are in 19th. We are down into 20th, and Derby are in 21st, our next opponent. We are still 4 points clear of Cardiff City, so as long as Cardiff City, Oxford United, and Plymouth continue to lose, we're in an okay spot. But we just need to win this next game against Derby to give ourselves even just a little bit more room. Losing Paddy Lane in that last episode for a few weeks really hurt us. It's not in a good time. We desperately need wingers. We've got Silvera on the bench. Matt Ritchie is going to get a reserve spot for this game because he is just tired. So we're going to start Devlin back out on that right side. He did well there last game, or last episode, so we'll see if he continues to perform. We're back at home for this game, though, against Derby County at Fratton Park. The last game against Derby, Portsmouth lost 4-0. That was a real-life fixture. Hopefully we can turn that around here today. And Derby have a pretty terrible away record. 13 losses out of 20 games, and only 1 win as well. Might be speaking too soon, though. Derby are pushing forward. Schmid has to make a save. Schmid with another save. And now another corner. They're going to be able to get onto it. Just clear it up the field. Anywhere will do. And that actually may be in a great spot. We'll have a throw-in. Great ball inside. Schmid with another save, and he will get up and collect it as well. Murphy. Ooh, a very long shot. Keeper doesn't grab it and just palms it out for a corner. We'll take this one short to Devlin. Back to Murphy. Back to Devlin. Cleared away. There's lots happening here, but nothing all at the same time. We find Ogilvie. And we cannot score. What a cross. What a cross back to the other side. Oh, that's not a penalty. Wow. I could have sworn the ref would give a penalty there. Devlin, we're going to look inside for Lang. Lang back to Bishop, and Bishop back to Lang, and left-footed shot from Lang gets us the first goal of the game. 37 minutes gone. I did not expect this shot to go in. Lang on his weak foot, able to get it past the keeper. Great camera angle right here. Great pass. Derby did not score. Schmid, luckily, did not have to give us a save right there. And we will go ahead and make a double sub at half. Kamara going to come into midfield for Potts. And Murphy does have to come off, so we'll get Silvera on for him. Good block by Dazzle. Good deflection by Dazzle, but they maintain possession of it. Just trying to stay with them. They're going to go for the long shot, and Schmid will comfortably collect. Devlin, good pass inside to Lang. Lang going to look for Silvera, who actually ends up on it and sends it wide. Derby getting forward again. Striker's going to have a lot to do there. Not able to get past our center back pairing, who have done very well this game at keeping them at bay. We're going to try to move forward quickly here. Silvera is at a fantastic ball to Bishop. It almost is. Ooh, yes. Good interception by Dazzle in midfield. And then turns it over immediately. But again, their striker just not much help with him up there. Silvera gets taken out in midfield, and that should at least be a yellow. And the referee will give the first yellow card of the game after 73 minutes. Silvera gonna look back here for Farrell. Farrell finds Lang. Lang. Wow, that deflection was close to going in, but it will be a corner. Lang swinging it in. Kamara gets onto it, but the header is poor. Kamara gonna look for Bishop through. Bishop, great shot and an even better save. We'll take this corner short to Devlin. Finds Dazzle. Dazzle with the cross. Bishop back post. Terrible header. All right, 82 minutes gone. We just need to hold on. I mean, we've got the momentum on our side as of right now. That could always change. What a pass. What a pass. It's not going to change. That is 2-0 to Portsmouth. 84 minutes gone. Lang with another goal. Lang kind of dummied that first pass, let it go to Bishop, and Bishop will just lay it back off. One-on-one with the keeper was Lang. Pretty easy finish. 2-0. And now a couple of defensive substitutions for us. Riley Towler coming in for Jordan Williams, and Andre Dazzle coming off for Marlon Pack, the captain. Derby do have a free kick here, though. Let's see what they try to do with it. That is never going to work. And Devlin not doing anything with it, but it doesn't matter. That should be pretty much the game. Referee will blow the whistle now, and that is 3 massive points for us. And since we didn't do a youth intake in March, we will go ahead and do one now here in April. We just didn't have enough players really to look through. But we've got some now. Jacob Burnett is going to join us. He is a 50 to 68 overall, 59 to 79 potential. And remember, we can only bring in youth academy players whose highest potential is only 10 points higher than our highest rated players. Which means, essentially, we've got a 70 overall Colby Bishop rated as our highest player right now. So 80 potential is the highest that we could have on the max potential. And Jacob Burnett falls under that. And we've also got a left winger / central midfielder, Bradley Clark here. 57 to 77 overall potentially already right now. 66 to 78 potential though. So his potential may not be very high, but his overall could already be kind of high. This is one that I'm excited about. His wages is already listed at £3,600. We're going to manually adjust that with the live editor if we do bring him into the squad, but he looks like a promising young player. And then we've got Matthew Ford here as well. Only 74 potential, but he looks like he could already be pretty decent, so we're going to get him into the youth academy as well. And then we've got 7 other players here whose potential are all above 80. We're going to leave them in the scouting report and hope that as the scout develops their potential further, they might be under the 80 mark. Some of them may get there, some of them may not. I think Finley Sharp will get there. I think Lance Woodley might be able to get there. And I think Isaac Small will get there as well. But now we'll take a look at our youth academy. We did already have Abdallah Hassan, the goalkeeper, in here. We just left him in here for shits and gigs, basically. But we're going to go ahead and remove him now. And that leaves us with our 3 youth academy prospects in Jacob Burnett, Matthew Ford, and Bradley Clark. Matthew Ford and Bradley Clark already, ratings-wise, basically good enough to join the team. We will not sign them yet to the first team. We might bring in Bradley Clark, though, next season and give him a lot of game time. He's already pretty decent. He's got very solid physical attributes. I love the 86 sprint speed, and his technical attributes really aren't too bad for a 17-year-old. And Matthew Ford is in a similar spot where, I mean, again, 63 overall at 17 years old. Even if his potential is only 70, we could get some use out of him, at least for a couple seasons. His physical attributes, pretty solid. His technical attributes, not great, but we can work on it. And Cardiff will lose their game in the 42nd match week. So we are now 7 points clear with only 4 games remaining. We're essentially clear to go. We're not going to get relegated. Crazier things have happened though, so we will simulate the next 2 games against Norwich and against Watford, I believe. And then depending on, where we're at in the table after those 2 games, if we're completely clear of relegation, we'll probably simulate the Sheffield Wednesday game as well. And then we'll play the final game against Hull City to round off the episode. That way we can get into some of the other stuff, the more technical stuff, like should we bring back some players, youth academy things, transfers for next season, things like that. Norwich City away at Carrow Road. We are going to go with the following lineup. Man, I'm very happy to see Bishop and Lang up into the 70s. Potts is already at a 70 overall as well, which means he's going to be very expensive to bring in if we do decide to buy him from West Ham, and we get a win over Norwich City 1-0 with Matt Ritchie, the 35-year-old who could be retiring at the end of the season, getting the lone goal, giving us 3 points. We're definitely clear of relegation now. And I say definitely clear of relegation. If we would have lost that game, we'd only be on 49 and we'd still be in 19th. We're now up to 17th, but we could still get relegated. And now a home game against Watford. A win here would solidify that we are not going to get relegated. Definitely going to start out on the right. Murphy's still on the left, even though he's tired. Dazzle in midfield instead of Pack. Let's hit a quick sim on this one. We lose 3-1 this time. Bishop gets a goal for us, but Ramirez, Espain, Bayo, and Ramirez Espain again get 3 for them. And so we're now 6 points clear of Cardiff with 2 games remaining. We're 5 points ahead of Coventry and Derby, and Coventry, Derby, and Cardiff, none of those 3 teams play each other in these final 2 games, so it is still possible for us to go down, crazily enough, even with 52 points. So we are going to play the game against Sheffield Wednesday and against Hull to finish off the episode. This will be the lineup for Sheffield Wednesday for our game against them here at Hillsborough. Gassama, Ingleson, Bannon, Musaba in midfield, Kobaki and Josh Windass in front of them, and Ugbo up top with James Beadle in goal. And then our lineup will be pretty similar to what we've been going with: Schmidt in goal, Ogilvie, Shaughnessy, Poole, and Williams at the back, Pack and Potts in midfield, with Murphy, Lang, and Ritchie ahead of them, and Bishop up top in that striker position. Uh-oh, good pass. Shot right at Schmid, and he will make the save. 4 minutes gone. Already a chance for Ugbo and for Sheffield Wednesday to get ahead in this game. Luckily for us, not a great effort from him. Matt Ritchie in defense off of the corner. One good turn, and that ball is actually in a favorable position for us. We will get it inside to Bishop. Heavy touch, and the defender will get there. Ogilvie gets caught. Another shot for them. Schmid will come in to collect that one. Ritchie, that ball in behind to Bishop is perfect, and Bishop will finish it off. 21 minutes gone. 1-0 Portsmouth over Sheffield Wednesday. Ritchie with the fantastic ball in behind. I think the right center back, the one that was on the far side, was keeping him on. And Bishop with yet another goal. Sheffield Wednesday on this right side, looking for someone to cross it or pass it into. They eventually find someone and take a shot. Schmidt again having to make a save. I don't know if that one was actually going to find its way to the back of the net if Schmidt didn't get a hand in there, but we'll never know. Crossed inside. Falls to one of their players, and again, another save. It's a great cross inside from the corner and cleared off the line. Not even really cleared off the line, just lightly tapped off the line. Schmidt collects. Murphy lays that one off to Ogilvie. Ogilvie not the fastest, but just continuing to move forward and gets tracked down. Jordan Williams caught in possession. Poole gets wrong-footed, and yet another save. Lang, did you just let that hit your hand? This is a very dangerous position for a free kick to be taken from. And it is a fantastic free kick. I believe that is Josh Windass. And that is going to level this game at 1 just before halftime off of a very, very silly handball. That's just a perfect free kick. Sheffield could be in already here at the beginning of the second half. Luckily for us, that shot is right at one of our defenders. We're going to get forward here. Harvey Blair making one of his first appearances of the season for us, and sending a beauty into Callum Lang, who can't finish it. One of the best passes we've seen all season long, and no finish to go with it. Oh, what beautiful play this time. And Harvey Blair can't finish one of his own. Harvey Blair finds Ogilvie. Callum Lang, again, cannot find a goal for us. Sheffield Wednesday pushing forward. That's a great pass. Can we get in front of them? What a block! Wow. I was not expecting that. I believe that was Towler, who we just brought on as well. And now we are breaking forward too. Devlin inside to Bishop. Bishop trying to squeeze that through. I would love to find a late winner here, but I just don't know if we're going to be able to. Bishop just trying to hold up play. Actually working it around very nicely. Can't find Harvey Blair at the back post, but we'll get a corner. Back, swinging it in. That ball is right back to where it came from. Dazzle with an interception. Lang getting forward to Bishop. Bishop getting a pass to Devlin. It doesn't come off. And the referee will blow the whistle. That is going to be 1-1 at full time. Is a draw enough to keep us out of relegation? Surely it is. And it looks like a draw was plenty. We could have lost that game and we would still be out of the relegation battle on the final day. Plymouth and Oxford United will certainly be going down, but Cardiff and Derby will be fighting on the final day to see who will end up in that final relegation spot. I was going to play this final game, but only if it mattered, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and simulate this game against Hull City to finish off the episode. We were told earlier in the season that Marlon Pack could be considering retirement, and I think Matt Ritchie may well be as well because he is 35 years old. This could be the final game. Maybe I should have played it, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit the quick sim, and we get a 2-2 draw. Hull City actually batter us, so the fact that we're able to get a point out of this game is honestly impressive. Down 2-0 at the 60th minute, and we get 2 back in the next 10 minutes to get 1 point. And it looks like the player of the season is going to be Colby Bishop. I don't know if this is the player of the season for the entire championship or not, but if it is, that is an impressive award. And it has been announced that the player of the season was Bishop, which is very surprising. I don't know if that's well deserved or not. We've had multiple transfer offers come in for Jordan Archer over the last week, and the best one that's come through is for Motherwell. Jordan Archer is, of course, from Scotland, so this would be a perfect move for him. And that move will be completed, £270,000 for Jordan Archer. Cassini Yangi's contract is running out in 1 month, so we are looking to bring him back on a 2-year deal. £5,700 a week is what he was already on, but he does want a little bit of a signing bonus. £47,000 is acceptable, so he is going to be back for 2 more seasons. And we're going to do the same for Zach Swanson as well. The 24-year-old right back, I'm not looking to really keep him as a crucial piece. We might even sell him, but he's currently on $5,500 a week, and we're going to re-sign him at that same deal with a signing bonus of $39,000. The last player that we need to re-sign is Andre Dazor, that we can re-sign, I guess. He's currently on $5,500 a week, but he wants an important squad role, and I don't know if I can really offer him that at this current moment. I tried to offer him a rotational squad role, and he rejected that immediately, so I think we're just going to go with important squad role and then use the live editor to reduce his squad role to rotation, because the game is just kind of going to be the game in this sense, and I think he'd be perfectly happy with that. And we're again going to sign him to the same deal, £5,500 a week, £39,000 signing bonus. Ben Stevenson and Tom Lowry will be leaving us on a free at the end of the season. Not really too surprised by it. And then we've got 3 loanees, Freddie Potts, Mark O'Mahony, and Samuel Silvera. None of them we're going to go after. The only one I would is Freddie Potts, but his market value is currently £2.9 million, and I just don't think we could afford to bring him back. But we may look to loan him back if it is an option. And we've now simulated to the end of the season so that we can update the squad tracker and the spin tracker. The squad tracker we have updated with all of the players' stats, and we're going to take a look at that in the stats dashboard now to see the players with the most appearances, most goals, everything like that. So most appearances, Connor Ogilvie at left back, 46 appearances, basically played almost every game. Colby Bishop, Josh Murphy, and Callum Lang were all 3 in the top 3 for goals scored and for assists for the team as well. So they all had fantastic seasons. Nicholas Schmid was able to get 8 clean sheets throughout the year. The most yellow cards goes to Callum Lang with 8. And Marlon Pack was the only player to receive a red card. That didn't happen in our career mode, but it did happen in real life. I've gone ahead and updated the awards for the season myself because I don't think there's enough of you watching to actually vote on it. But if you do have a vote for Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, Fans Player of the Year, or Goal of the Season, let me know. Most improved and signing of the season. We didn't play long enough and didn't have a full season, so we're just going to let those sit. But Player of the Year is Colby Bishop. Young Player of the Year is Freddie Potts, who will be leaving us. Fans Player of the Year was Josh Murphy. And Goal of the Season was Cassini Yangi. And the Goal of the Season is going to go to Cassini Yangi for this goal here. It's not necessarily the greatest goal we scored, but it meant maybe the most. It took us from just getting a draw in this game against Oxford to getting all 3 points, winning 2-1. Another one that was in contention was Josh Murphy's 3rd goal in his hat trick. It was just an incredible run. But I decided to go with this one for the fact that it won us multiple points. And so now we've also updated the spin tracker all the way through to the end of the season, paying the player wages and getting the shirt sales. We also got £34,000 for the championship placement, which was only 19th. So we don't get a lot of money for finishing in 19th, but we do luckily get the Premier League solidarity payment of $4.74 million. So we did go ahead and add that to the spin tracker as well. So we got an extra 4.7 from the Premier League, and then we did end up already paying our corporation tax, which ended up being £1.3 million. That leaves us with a total profit on the season of a little over £4 million. And obviously that was only half of a season, so we might end up with more next year. And we did sell Jordan Archer for £270,000 to Motherwell, and we've already added that to season number 2, so he does not show up in our season number 2 squad as of right now. And with everything updated in the spin tracker and with that player sale already put onto the season number 2 tab, our season 2 balance technically starts off at 6.97 million, and we get 50% of that for our transfer budget, which will be 3.5 million at the start of season number 2, and we'll have an extra £25,850 in wages that we can also disperse. And we will actually have £31,500 in the wage budget because we've updated the squad tracker to show that O'Mahony, Silvera, and Potts have all gone back to their clubs for £0, obviously, since they're just ending their loan. And then we brought back Anthony Scully from Colchester here in season number 2 at the start as well. And you can see over here in the squad for season number 2 that O'Mahony, Silvera, and Potts are no longer in the squad, and Anthony Scully is back. And so now one final time, let's take a look at the championship standings, and then we will also go through the other competitions and the other leagues as well. Leeds United and Burnley finish in 1st and 2nd and get automatic promotion back out to the Premier League. Sheffield, Middlesbrough, Norwich, and Sunderland fought it out in the playoffs. It looks like the team going through and back up to the Premier League is Sunderland over Middlesbrough 4-2 on penalties in the final. Sunderland got past Sheffield United 4-2 on aggregate, and Middlesbrough got past Norwich 6-2 on aggregate in the semifinals. The FA Cup belongs to Arsenal 2-0 over Manchester City in the final, and the Carabao Cup also goes to Arsenal 3-2 over Liverpool in the final. The Champions League goes to Real Madrid 3-0 over Barca. Real Madrid got past Leverkusen in the semifinal. Barca over Atletico Madrid. 3 out of the 4 teams in the semifinal were Spanish teams. That is insane. The Europa League goes to Athletic Bilbao, another Spanish team, over Spurs. And unfortunately, it looks like there's some type of glitch with the Conference League. I can't actually see who won. I can't change the competition or anything like that, so we don't know who won the Conference League. The leaders for goals scored and winner of Golden Boot looks like it's going to go to Joel Peru. Borja Sainz also had 22 goals, so it's going to be one of those two. The most assists went to Finn Azaz at Middlesbrough, 15 in 45 games. And then the clean sheet winner was James Trafford at Burnley. That one makes sense. With 21 clean sheets in 41 games. They had by far the best defense in the league. Red cards, multiple to a few players there. And then there were a lot of yellows as well for Ibu Adams and Gustavo Hamer. In the Premier League, it ended up with Manchester City on 103 points, Arsenal in 2nd, Liverpool 3rd, and Man United in 4th. I don't think with the live start point, the table updated for Premier League teams or any other league besides the Championship, which is truly unfortunate because Man United and Spurs definitely don't belong in the top 7. But, you know, whatever. Coming down from the Premier League into the Championship next season is going to be Crystal Palace, Southampton, and Ipswich. We expected the bottom 2, but Crystal Palace, unfortunate that they're going to be going down. But we will be able to play our rivals Southampton next season, which is a very exciting fixture I'm looking forward to. Coming up from League 1 is Birmingham and Bolton, and then one of Rotherham, Huddersfield, Wrexham, and Barnsley. And going down to League 2 would be Crawley Town, Shrewsbury, Exeter City, and Albion. Going up to League 1 would be Bradford City, Doncaster, and Chesterfield, and then one of Wimbledon, Carlisle, Swindon, and Colchester. And then it looks like it will be Crewe and Cheltenham Town finishing in 23rd and 24th. They would be going down if this was real life, of course. Over in Ligue 1, it was PSG from Lille and Lyon, Marseille in 4th as well. No surprise there. In the Bundesliga, it was actually Leverkusen, 2 points from Bayern, only 1 loss for Leverkusen all season long. Dortmund and Leipzig finishing out the top 4. In the Serie A, it was Inter with 106 points, an invincible season, 34 wins, 4 draws, almost 100 goals scored. Napoli, Roma, and Juventus in the top 4, Lazio, Milan in 5th and 6th. Feyenoord, PSV, and Ajax the top 3, but Feyenoord gets first place over in the Netherlands. In Portugal, it is Benfica from Sporting. Porto finish in 4th. Invincible seasons again. That's why the live start points maybe wasn't the best way to go about this, but maybe next season it'll get fixed. Celtic and Rangers in first and second. In Scotland, no surprise there. And then in Spain, it was Real Madrid from Barcelona and Atletico in third. Bilbao also get in fourth and also won the Europa League, so they are guaranteed Champions League, and I think that means a fifth spot for Spain in the Champions League next season as well. But that's going to do it for season number 1, or season number 0.5. I'm hoping to see a lot more of you guys here in the next season. Let's go ahead and end season. It wasn't, too successful, but we didn't get relegated, and that's what we really needed to do. So the board are happy for us to continue our job at the club next season. I hope to see you guys there. Leave a like on the video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, leave your comments about transfers you want to see, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.